And that's us good to go. Hello, welcome in everybody. Welcome back to SnowRunner. Welcome back to hopefully a much more productive and prosperous session than last Sunday. Again, apologies for that, guys. I think I was having a really, really bad day just in general, or a bad couple of days, and my frustrations kind of came out as, well, you know, frustrations. Anyway, we are hoping for a much better day today. So, I've got my snacks, I've got my drink, I've got my prep work done this time. All sorted. Let me show you guys, because I have done a little bit. I think, actually, last time we ended on 17%. I'm now up to 19. So, yeah, a little bit behind the scenes, just to kind of aid us in our, hopefully, forward progression. Still got this contract to do, but I have, as I said I was going to, started to work on the roadblocks. I actually got both of these over here sorted out. This one here, I brought the C500 out, as you can see. That one was consumables and service parts, I think. And this bridge here was fuel and a metal beam, I think it was. I have also cleared, well, as you can see, I've driven down this central road and cleared this roadblock here. That was a metal beam and some service parts or something like that. And then, as part of doing all of that, I ended up driving through the centre of the map here, just revealing this extra route that goes around, went around this roadblock, should I say, and finding a farm here that has plenty of nice supplies to it. So that was a bonus, you know, nice bonus there. I uncovered the food platform here as well, so that we now know where we can get some cement and consumables. And this work site here just needs a metal beam, and this one up here just needs some service parts. Everything else I've kind of delivered. It was a lot of toing and froing. Literally, to do those kind of 3.5 roadblocks probably took me about 3 hours. Just going back and forth across the map, because obviously I couldn't, like, for example, I couldn't get the supplies I needed for the roadblock here without going all the way across the map and coming back again in different directions. It was just like, so yeah, so this service hub here, I stripped the spare parts out of it in order to deliver those. But the consumables are still here at this farm because I went and got them from here, where there is an infinite supply. So that was good. So that's all done. The only other things I did, guys, was whilst I was coming across this route here in the middle of the map, there was like a little Scout 800 about here that wanted to be taken basically to this house here. And I was like, I am literally driving that route. So I just picked it up and took it with me, just to save me having to do that trip all over again later on. Nothing untoward happened. I literally drove it there, delivered it, boom, done. Likewise on the other map, did I get anything? Did I do anything on this map at all? I don't think I did I? No, I didn't. I didn't do anything on this map. Other than I rescued the Pedera that had fallen over here, and it is now sat up here, which is actually where we're going to be starting today, I should say. It is sat up here with the Azov 7, which I brought across to aid in our completion. So I pulled this trailer out that was just back there. I'm glad I had the Pedera crane for that, by the way, because It was a heavy sucker, and it was very awkward to pull out of that kind of ravine. But that's that done, and as you can see, I also took the Azov, trundled it up this hill over the other side to this warehouse here where I got some service parts. That's all I've done. It sounds like a lot. It really isn't. It took a long time. I'm glad I did it, and we're ready to go. Hey, gangster, good to see ya. I am hoping so too. I am very much hoping so too. I know there are probably still a lot of challenges ahead of us, but having worked this map a little bit behind the scenes, I am feeling a lot happier with progress going forwards, you know. I'm sure I will run into some really tricky situations at some point, but we are in a good spot. So, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to deliver a metal beam and a service part down to the concrete factory. And that's the first thing we're going to do today. Well, basically there's a few things I want to get done today. I want to work on the roadblocks. That is the primary task, and I don't mean the work sites, I mean the actual roadblocks. So, bridge that needs fixing, the landslide that's a contract, all that kind of stuff. That's what I want to work on today. We'll try and get as many of those done as physically possible. We'll just have to see how that goes. But I'm hoping that we can push that percentage number up as high as physically possible, you know? First thing to do, is not drive into a fence. That would be a very good thing not to do, first of all. What a swing to go here. Right, one metal beam and one... Wait. Oh, that was a service part. Oh, it's not packed, that's why. Duh. I had a panic for a moment there. I was like, hang on a second. I know I have a service part on the back of this truck. That was, I'm not going to make that turn, am I? Going through here. Spin it round in this bigger space. That is a scout curtain side trailer there. That's going to go somewhere, no doubt. I hate it when they do that, gangster. There's another region that does that exact same thing. There's another region, I can't remember which one it is, but there is one mission to deliver one set of long logs, and it's the only set of long logs in that entire region as well. And the cost of the trailer outweighs the cost of buying of what you get back from the contract. It's exactly the same situation. I hate it when they do that. It makes me wish there was like a long log add-on. You know, I'm sure if I downloaded a mod there would be somewhere, but like, give the twin steer a long log frame, you know, make it the only one in the game that can have it or something like that. That'd be pretty cool, don't you think? That'd be kind of fun actually if the twin steer had a frame like that. Right, now I need the 7. Come here, boy. I think that could be quite interesting. But yeah, I hate it when there's missions like that. Because it just... You're literally doing it for the percentage. And if you want to get 100%, you're forced to shell out of pocket for a trailer that you're only going to use once. Pretty annoying, but hey-ho. Never mind. These things are set to try us. Right, I'm going to just park this here for a moment and unpack. Change back to the Padera. Park this far too far forward here because what I need to do here is actually put these service parts, or a number of these service parts, on the back here. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, the twin steer needs some love, you know. I mean, the cat's been getting some love. I feel like it's, you know, the twin steer should also get some love because it's a great truck. I do actually really like the twin steer. I just never find a use for it because it can't attach a trailer and it can only take 4 cargo. And it's generally a bit unsteady, you know? Just doesn't like doing as it's told, shall we say. In some of these later regions, you definitely need your truck to do as it's told. Hello? Come out. Excuse me, service part. Remove yourself from thou trailer. Come on. That was a determined little service part. Goodness me. Right. Okay, change over and repack. Restore the crane. Engine off. I'm going to take all of these service parts back to the next map because we might not need all of them right now, but I'm pretty sure that at some point we will, and I'd rather not have to come and get more later on, you know? These should... Any luck. Slide in behind the cab here. That's what I'm hoping. Beautiful. There's one. The other one just directly on top of it. Clamp the crane down. Like so. Oh. No, that's not how this works. Service parts. Service parts are sprightly today. There we go, that'll do better. Right. Now then, back to the next map. Because we need to deliver some of these to... Well, the metal beam and one of these service parts needs to be delivered to the next map so that we can... Oh, you... Excuse me. Excuse me, good sir. Excuse me, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Saviour? Me? Get back up here, you ain't got a choice. What on earth was that? It's just... Very sprightly, these service parts today, goodness me. I think I might actually have to keep the winch attached on this one. It's just trying to escape at every possible opportunity, isn't it? Right. There we go. At least it didn't go far enough down the cliff that, you know, we lost all hope of ever getting it back. That would have been annoying. There we go. Perfect. Alright. It's the service part gun. But yes, we need to take these back to the other map so that we can finish unblocking the 2 roadblocks that leads to the fuel depot. Because once we've done that, we can then... Ooh, steady on there, Padera. I mean, Padera is ridiculous sometimes in its haste. I said last week that this looked like an Azov 7 stuck in the mud, and it is an Azov 7 stuck in the mud. It's just got a great big crane on the back as well, which is slightly concerning because that's going to be a ton weight to pull out when the time comes. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a contract because there's no task nearby. And if it was a task, there would be a task. Fuel is going to be an interesting one at some point, because I am going to have to set up some fuel stops here and there. Quite a few of them, I'd imagine. Oh, it's all the way to the temple? Oof. Ouch. Okay. That's actually really good to know, Gangster, because there's another mission that I want to try and tackle today that the cargo ends up going to the temple at the end of the mission. And if I can tow that beast along with me, then that might not be a bad idea. But we'll just have to see how we get on, to be honest, because we've still got to get the concrete plant up and running, and then the next thing after that will be the bridge. Well, you know, they don't say it has to be in one piece when you deliver it, just that it has to be there. That's their problem. Whoever they might be. Right. Let's crack on. Thankfully, once we get up to the gateway here, it's not actually that far to go to get both of these roadblocks sorted, and then go from there. Ooh. Oh, Padara again. Whoa. Pendulum time, man. Oh, that was... I'll just keep that out for a moment until we get up to the top here. Oh my lord. I had last week flash before my eyes there, but it was worse because I've got a trailer full of cargo. It would seem that the Padara is still problematic when it comes to stability. This thing is even supposed to have had a stability buff recently. Doesn't feel like it. It does not feel like it. this back in now that we're here. Alright. And through the gateway we go. Yeah. But the Padara just... there it goes again. Right. Okay, never mind. Here you. Wow, that's yeah. That definitely wouldn't be comfortable to live with. Right. All right. Now then, we need to go off-road pretty much immediately, I think, to get through here. Just here? No, not there. There. That's where we need to go. I'm going to take this detour. That's a good one though, gangster. Nice one. Yeah, because it's the STD4, isn't it? The Padara STD4. Like, that's unfortunate, that is. That's just unfortunate. Okay, that's this is also slightly unfortunate here. The route is so grossly Come on, Padara. Oh, this thing is a nightmare. This little dumb crossing thing we somehow have to try and get across. That is just obnoxious. Not that one, please. That one. That's better. I'm starting to think I shouldn't have bothered with this last service part because it's really just slowing us down at this point. Maybe I should just flip it over here. Ooh, look at the fuel as well. I need to refuel. Oh, excuse me. Right. That's better. Oh, now the trailer's gotten stuck on it, hasn't it? God, this route going this way is not friendly, is it? That's it. Going the other way, it seems to have absolutely no problems at all, but going this way, it's just really nasty. I wonder if there's a way to clear that roadblock that's over there. I bet there isn't, you know. I bet there isn't. Just my luck. The one really awkward roadblock is the one that's not clearable. But hey, you never know. We might get lucky. And again, we might not. Where's this crossing back over? No, not there. No, no, no. Stop it, game. I go to right click and it moves the entire camera. Oh, don't you even. Don't you dare. No, no, not that. Thank you very much. Cursed thing. I'm just trying to get it further into the map, you know? So that we can utilise it later on. But they are just not wanting to cooperate, these service parts. Can you not bash into your brother and nearly knock him off? Come on. We are nearly across the river, Hadara. If you could literally just cooperate with me for like 5 minutes, we'll be back on some nice flat roads where you ain't going to cause me any more headaches. Okay. I actually swap the Padera out for something else at this point because so far its performance in this region has not impressed me. Hey babe, nice to see ya. Speed, please. At least this will allow us to get the roadblocks sorted, and then we can focus on finishing off the concrete plant. You may be wondering why I'm so adamant about clearing these roadblocks. One very, very good... Is that a task down there? Probably is. Right. Should be service part. Perfect. But yeah, and that's because this route is where I'm going to be bringing the construction trailer through for the second part of this mission. And yeah, I ain't going to get it through if I don't clear these roadblocks. Or at least, I'm not going to get it through with any kind of sanity remaining if I don't clear these roadblocks. Your powers are weak, old man. You should not have come. Oh, my lord. That is a tight little turn. Crikey Struth. Again here. Oh. Good job, Hadara. And one metal beam. one nice newfangled bridge. Right. Pack those back down. Oh. Stuck on now. Now. Big concrete bollard sticking out there. Perfection. Right. We shall pause here with the Podara. Because now we have two journeys to make. Number one, we have the where is it? Come here, you. We have the Voron G here with the medium pipes. But more importantly, down here we have 4620. 4520, I should say. And that's why I wanted to clear these, because although I have cleared this roadblock up here on the main road, it's of no use to us because this roadblock right here is still in effect. And even if that was cleared, the bridge is still out. So that would be a lot of back. We'd probably have to come through here and then drag it up through here and then down through here and out to the thing, and that feels a little much. So instead we're going to bring it from here across here, round here, across this little bridge, around here, up here, like this, and then we can literally just go straight into the train yard and hopefully kind of get out like that, up here, and then we're going to have to drive through this river again, aren't we? Up to here. Although, actually, it shouldn't be as bad going that way. Like I said, it doesn't seem to be quite as... Not the camera, please. Allow me to delete that point there. That's very strange. And through there. Now, we also need to get the... also need to get the Voron G over there, but here we are with this guy. He accompanied the C500 down here whilst I was shuttling supplies. So I know this is the next step of the contract, but I kind of want to try and get him out as quickly as possible so that, you know, we can convoy the two trucks as best we can. And I've actually missed using this guy, and I figured, why not try him out with some of the heavier contracts? Because he is only good for saddles and long logs, so I figured, why not put him to use on the high saddle hauls? Especially with this guy going to be appearing in Roadcraft soon. Don't know many details about what it's, what kind of truck it's going to be, but at the moment, oddly enough, on the PTS on Roadcraft, it's actually down as a scout, and that huge winch behind the cab there is actually usable. Which I really wish it was usable in this game as well, to be absolutely honest. Let's just get here. This is some deep mud here. I can get through this though, the rest of the route should be relatively okay, you know? perfect, but not too bad either. Winch to just there. Stuff. This is some incredibly deep wood. Goodness me. Man, the winch is actually doing all of the pulling right now. Right, Struth. If I can get in range of that tree ahead of me, and then... even... There we go. Just gets my tyres back on the flat stuff. Perfect. Come on. Come on, buddy. A little bit more speed and I can hook you up with high gear. How does that sound? Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, that was a ledge and a half. Get how tight this thing can actually take turns sometimes. It's ridiculous with its rear wheel steering. Whew. Oh, no, 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 not that far over, you silly guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Really got to have your wits about you when you're in high gear with this thing. Right. This thing makes... I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this thing makes some of the sharpest sudden turns in the entire game because of that rear wheel steering, you know? Come on, what's going... Oh, it's come off the flaming thing, hasn't it? Ooh. That's not the kind of angle I wanted. Not the kind of angle at all, thank you very much. Hey, not give me the winch point I want. Come on now. I'm even looking right at it. That one, please. There to there, please. Perfect. But I think we're back on. We're back. We're back and cooking, baby. This ledge isn't particularly great in its own way, but it's certainly better than having to drag this thing through acres of mud. Once this tight bit is done, it should be relatively smooth sailing, he says. Touch wood. Don't catch the tyre on that thing, please. There we go. Now we're cooking. Splashdown. Right. Man, that is a steep hill. incredibly steep. Is it bottoming out now that I've reached the top? It is, you know. Look at that. It's actually bottoming out. Huh. Okay, okay. That's how you want to play it, is it? Okay, this is going to be an interesting little climb. I'm going to do that. Go there and kind of go at an angle. Oh, you stupid game. No, I didn't want to cancel the winch. Come on. Come on. Oh. Actually, you know what I think's happening now? I think the actual trailer is impacting the frame. Yeah, look at that. It's actually impacted right down on the frame. And the trailer is pushing me into the ground, which means I can't progress forwards. Almost can get that rear corner winch onto that tree. I actually need to, if I may, yes, that's better. If I can get a little bit more height to clear that, okay. Then go to there. Right, on now. With that bit of traction, there we go. Oof. That was a very steep little incline. Oof. But I think we shouldn't have any more like that. Oh, come on. Seriously? Get your speed up again, Derry. That's it. Really? You're not gonna climb that hill, are you, huh? You're not gonna climb the hill. Come on. Come on. Get that wheel up. Come on. That's it, baby. Turn and cut it in. Please don't get stuck on the trailer again. Uh-oh, it's getting stuck on the trailer. And this time we don't have any winch points. have to take a slight detour here because I don't think we're going to get across there if we don't have a winch point to pull ourselves over with. So I might have to cut across this little stream here. Hope that I'm not going to live to regret this. Come on. That's it. Heave ho. Heave ho. Then up here. Correction. Quite a bit of a lean going on there, but as long as I don't turn into it until I need to, then we should be okay. And then go hard over and hard back. Back on, well, whoa, thank you, Rock. That was the worst position you could possibly have been in, but at least your dastardly plan did not come to fruition, did it, huh? See that rock? It just bounced me slightly. If I'd have been a bit more, that would have been sayonara, suckers. That's an interesting little observation there, gangster. If you turn the camera away from the stuck point and then back to it, clear. Interesting. I don't think that would have been the case with that particular sticky bit. I think I was actually just impacting on the frame, which was, you know, never a good thing. But yeah. I'll have to bear that in mind for future issues, shall we say, if anything gets stuck again. We are actually nearly there, which is phenomenal. I think we're going to need to bring a fuel truck out as well, because as much as I have a bit of fuel here in the Padara and then a bit of fuel in Ford there, I really don't want to use that if I can help it, because that could be useful later on. So maybe I do have two fuel tanks at garage. I could take one with me. Take one with me, yeah. This is going to be interesting, manoeuvring this thing through here. One type collar is often bad enough, but I've got two to do here. Okay, first. Back that up. Head through. Okay, not too bad. Whoop. There we are. You probably won't have sold it because you never get given it. You have to buy it specifically. You get the, is it 37 something Derry Longhorn? You get that in Alaska. But this one is a level unlock. And for the longest time I didn't use it simply because it was money and it didn't feel like it was adding anything to the fleet, you know, but we have the BM here. If I fill this fuel tank from the other one, extended fuel tank, oh, no, there. Perfect. Just tow this along behind the guy here. Go. Right, onwards to meet up with the rest of the convoy. Convoy! Yes. Yeah, I sold that one as well, because that really is just a bit of a... You know, I've seen a lot of reviews say that it's not bad, that one. The 37 something, whatever it is. But I think it's 37, it's 3 something anyway. But it's just another tractor unit. You know? It doesn't have any options apart from saddles, pretty much. And sometimes that's fine. But it also seems vastly underpowered compared to some of the other saddle-only trucks that you can get your hands on. But the 45 I've actually grown to love. It's not the most fuel-efficient vehicle, but it can be surprisingly fuel-efficient under the right conditions. If you get it into high gear, it actually performs really well. You know, it will just push through most stuff. Oh, ouch. But the steering on it is insane, because it has that rear steering axle. It will, like, especially if it's not towing something, it will literally just turn a 90-degree corner without you even... You just turn and it'll just go boop, like that. It's ridiculous. Almost a little too sensitive on the steering sometimes, as I've found. But it is a good tractor unit. Might actually use it to deliver some long logs, because it does have a logging frame, and if there only is one long log set that needs delivering, you don't need a crane with it. You just need the long logs and the trailer and a good tractor unit. So maybe I'll use that to deliver those long logs, if and when that happens. Right, anyway, let's get ourselves good here. So we'll pull alongside, we'll fuel up. And I think we'll take our... Royal, could you not? You know, I mean, I do need your constituent parts in working order. Yeah, it's lost a tyre already, of course it has. Never mind, it is literally just going to be a fuel vehicle right now, so that is absolutely fine. Right. Oh. That is a barrier there. Oh, how did I manage to do that? Like, seriously, how did I manage to get that stuck like that? Nah. Alright, never mind. We are good. Good, good, good. Right. Now we also have a couple of bricks near the gateway that I pulled out of the Azov's trailer. And I'm going to pick them up again, because we're going to need those to fix the bridge on the next map. Grab those, I'm going to take them through. I will say, I've been using this guy a little bit. Boron G. And I'm still not sure on it. I am not sure. It seems capable. It has very good ground clearance. It doesn't get stuck on anything. But kind of like the Podara, it seems wobbly. Is that the right word for it? It seems to just, you know, you drive over a rock in some vehicles and it'll just kind of go, you know. In this, it kind of goes, ba-boom! Like, in several directions, back and forth, like over and over. It's, not great. I actually flipped it over whilst I was, and the front overhang is also not great either. Look at that. We are now beached. That menu system. Thank you. See how it kind of wallows. I don't know if that's because of the current setup I have with it. It could be the rear-mounted crane, because if you look at it unloaded, it is kind of sat down at the back, and it could be that that crane is kind of pulling the front wheels up and making it a little bit sway. Maybe. But yeah, it's got a little bit more work to do before I sign off on this guy as a good addition to the fleet. Although I do really like the rear-mounted crane, you know, because it does make doing stuff like this so much easier. Kind of reminds me of the Atom in that way. I need to get that guy out of the garage as well, because I don't think I have him. The service add-on that I have for him, I don't think it actually has anything left in it now. After, of course. No, not that one. Can't just, you know, stay where you put, can you? Huh? No, no, no. You've gotta make my life difficult. Just for the lols, eh? Get on there. Got crane. Pack. Perfect. Right. I think once we've got this guy through, I'd go back and get the Longhorn. Go through this swamp together. Then again, these ramped flatbed trailers are not very good at towing, you know, because of the amount of articulation points it has. Maybe I should just kind of go through a little way, get to a point where if I need to come back and help it, I can, and then go from there maybe. Probably be easier to go through one at a time. We need that bridge fixing as soon as possible. At least to the other map. Oh, right. On quads. hope we aren't going to get stuck here either. That would suck. Come on. A little bit more. That's it. Conveniently placed tree here. Why is it trying to go sideways? Oh, you absolute heathen. False. Right. Get it over there a little bit. What are you saying there, gangster? As of 6, Durry C. Twin steer. All at AGL modded. Very nice indeed. That sounds like a good fleet, to be honest. Want that on. Eve, please winch, come on. Come on. Oh, this freaking... It's something is just catching just all the time here as I'm trying to take this turn. Can you please resist the urge, game, to just cause me endless pain and suffering? Come on. That's not a bad winch point, actually. That's it. There we go. There we go. That's what I needed. Right. I believe I've burned nearly 70 litres of fuel and I have only gone like 200 freaking yards now. This is utterly ridiculous. Come on. Oh, boy. Okay. Starting to wish I picked a truck with a better high saddle clearage, because it is kind of ridiculous. Oh, I know, those breakable bushes that show up at... Yeah, they are so irritating, aren't they, gangster? They are just like, oh, I guess nothing then, huh? I guess I'll just carry on struggling, you know? It's just not good at all. Right. But hey ho, that one actually did give me a little bit of winch purchase. Can you stop sliding towards the edge of the cliff, please, good sir? Especially when I'm turning right. Don't you dare get stuck again, because I really will format myself into the game and actually slap you. Come on, up and over, right now. Right now, up and over. I'm gonna pull this blooming tree out. Come on, that's it. Let's go. I think I am actually about to pull this tree out. Look at the amount of flexion there. Again, it's the trailer sticking against frame. Why did I not think about that earlier, you know? Come on, up. Excuse me. That's it. A little bit more. Pulling it from the other side. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Got some movement there. Right. Now to there. Come on. Come on. That's it. And we'll get there eventually. It's just going to take a while. Oh, how I love getting stuck in this game. Can I please just have a break for a while? Come on. That's it. So, at least we'll actually be able to move forward into fixing other things now. Once we have this mission done, it will unlock, like I say, the bridge and a few other things that will hopefully make our life a little bit easier. I get the feeling, though, that we are going to have to struggle with that particular shortcut route, or should I say detour route, because it's not a shortcut at all. I do wonder if we can actually clear that blockage or not. On the main road, I mean, you know. Sometimes kind of tipping the trailer like that will cause it to clear anything that it's currently stuck on. Aha! Like that, for example. There we go. Alright, Padara, excuse me, I'm going ahead. Now that I'm moving, I do not want to stop. Moving is a debatable term considering what we've got coming up with this swamp. That's also not the Padera, that's the G. So, completely wrong sentence. Just not working at all. Kinda like my brain sometimes. That's it. Nicely just there, thank you game. So often the game does give you a favourable winch spot. And most of the rest of the time it doesn't. I'm sure if high or low with diff, no, low with diff was definitely better. Barged myself there. I don't even know what that means. I barged myself. Maybe I'm trying to say that I parked myself like a barge in a canal. That's it. There we go. the usage of fuel at the moment is ridiculous. That's over half of my tank already. And I've barely done any distance there. We are nearly at the top here. So that's good. Of course. Never simple, is it? Can I get a point from there? No. Point from here? Yes. Right. Come on, round you come. Round you come. Oh my lord, that tree fell down. Wait. Play that... Wait, no. That was one of those solid trees, wasn't it? That tree fell down. I've never seen that happen before. Come on. Up. That's it. That's it. Right. Down we go. Ah. Okay. Wow. I think we're nearly there. At least the worst of it, you know? Big round. Not sure what the Derry's going to do about getting home. We may just have to leave it here until it... Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's fine. I just had a terrible thought that I was taking the that trailer to the wrong location. I just had to be sure that I wasn't, and I'm not. Good. High gear, let's go. I have noticed that this thing performs really, really well in high gear. Like, even, like, using the auto box with this thing is, like, not a good idea. Because the fuel consumption rate goes through the roof. I've either got to have it in, like, a low plus, or a low gear with diff lock, or a high gear. Using the auto box just doesn't seem to agree with it very well. Which is fine, it's just an adjustment in driving style. Half the time I do leave my trucks in auto. And I really should get out of that habit. Quite ready for high gear there, but it's a bit too thick. Nearly. Yeah, you see that drop in fuel consumption there? It was on the auto box, it was hitting about 15-16 litres. And then as soon as I switched to high gear, it dropped to like 9 to 10. I think I can go to auto or flat. It's fine. Right, let's go and deliver this medium pipe. Then we can bring the big container in, and then we can have a little look at what the next step is going to be. Probably going to be the bridge. Probably what we're going to do next, the bridge, and then hopefully doing the bridge should open up the roadblock near the metal factory. Well, not near the metal factory, near the other factory. Hopefully so, anyway. Again, we are now, wow, halfway through the stream already. Goodness me. Cargo management, one pipe. One construction rig semi-trailer. Alright, Derry, come on. One last hustle. I hope I can actually make it round this corner. It's a hell of a corner. Nope. Seem to have almost made it. There we are. Perfect. Right. Don't leave you much room for manoeuvre, do they? Oh. One trailer delivered. Oh no. Wait, why is the trailer still there? Oh no! Do I have to deliver this thing somewhere else now? Oh, wait, can I? I need to check this out. No. No. What do you mean it needs to go somewhere else? That's not fair. That's not how this works. Since when was that a thing? Oh. That sucks. I thought I was done with this trailer. Oh well. I guess the Dory will stay here with the trailer for now. Great. Just great. Oh, that roadblock though, that is good. Service trailer, where does that come from? Ah, down here. Ah, right there. Okay. Deliver the service trailer. Okay, okay. I don't think I have a truck over that side that could go and pick that up just yet, but... And we need empty containers, which I believe come from one of the factories on the other map. Sure, they come from the warehouse here. Aha, empty containers, right. Okay, well that's not our primary mission. What we need is the missing link. This is the one we need. 2 slabs, a beam, an oversized cargo. Okay. 2 slabs, a beam, and an oversized cargo. Concrete blocks, cement, and packed sand. Access to gateway. Hello. Hello. Okay, that would be handy. Very handy, in fact. We have 2 packed sand right there. Cement comes from here. And 2 concrete blocks, which we would have to take down. But that could be done today. That could definitely be done today. Okay. Huh. Okay. Right. Let's hop back here for a minute. No. Don't. Trailer, will you stop being an absolute goit? I hate these trailers going in reverse sometimes. They're just non-cooperative. Hang on a second there. We also have this here, which I believe 2 bricks, which we have, and we need 2 slabs. Okay. So not bricks, not blocks. We need blocks for the other one. Okay. We need 2 slabs for this one. What did we need for the bridge? Was it slabs as well? Also slabs. Okay. And a metal beam and an oversized cargo. Well, if we took... Trying to keep all of this cargo in my head. If we took... slabs the back of the G. Right, so let's... Oh hey, packed sand and cement here as well. Okay. Okay. Slab. One on the loading bay. Anchors, please. This is where I try to start doing about 6 missions at once. Right. So... Okay, so there's the slabs and the bricks we need. That's the slabs and the bricks we need to fix the bridge. Then we have the 2 blocks. And actually, if we got the sand and the cement right now, we could take them all through to the next map. And go from there. Actually, let's see if we can't do that. Go and deliver things to the... We'll park this trailer here. Inconsiderate yokel parked that right there. I mean, seriously, come on, guys. I'm trying to run an operation here. It's making me look bad. Start with me, trailer. Thank you. Alright. Oh, wait. Go sort this local bridge first, and then we'll come back for the rest of the stuff that we need. As of, you might need to move. Maybe. No, no. Squeeze through there. Like a glove. Haha! Okay. We definitely need a fuel station at the cement plant. So I'll need to bring some fuel out there for sure. Preferably as much as physically possible as well, for that matter. All working towards a cleaner road network. Boom. Thank you. One bridge, please. if I remember rightly, this blockage here was completely blocked, wasn't it? Yeah. So we've got no chance of getting through there. Yeah. Okay. 2 blocks, 2 cement, 2 sand. Service trailer, empty containers. Oh, again, temple delivery with the empty containers, because if I'm not mistaken, oh, thanks. That's where it's going to go all the way back to the next map. It's got to go all the way back to the next map, guys. How dare? Does open up a gateway though, which is good. We need 2 more slabs as well to go through. Man, this is going to be a lot of cargo. We're going to have to take, I think, both the Azov and the G through with all of this cargo. Because the roadblock, that's what we need. We need consumables and empty containers. Yeah, and then to deliver the containers to the temple. But I think, much like the last phase, completing this phase clears the road. Doesn't mark the contract as completed, but it clears the road, and then once you deliver those to the temple, it marks the contract as complete. I think that's how it works. That's what happened in the last map when we had these kind of things with the containers. So I'm hoping that's how it works again. We could actually do that like immediately, and we need to do Mountain Route in order to unlock that. Cool. And the consumables are literally round the corner. Right, so back to the plant for 2 cement, 2 sand, and 2 blocks. That's what we need to do. 2 cement, 2 sand, 2 blocks. 2 slabs. Slabs, not blocks. Slabs. I regret trying to turn this around like this, but yeah, this isn't going to turn around with that trailer attached. So let's just detach that for now. Actually get some maneuvering done. Right. Oh, boy. So I can get the 2 slabs on the back of this. That's fine. I can get 2 sand on the trailer. And I might have to just put the cement on top of the slabs and just have a really tall load. Because I'd actually prefer to leave the Azov here if possible. Just so that we have a truck over here, you know? Not that it's got an awful lot of fuel left in it, but a truck at hand is helpful to have. And I think this thing can manage. Certainly be putting it through its paces. Righty-ho. I'm going to do the smart thing here. I'm going to go around this way. At least I hope this is going to be the smart thing. I don't have too many tight maneuvers to do going out. In fact, I can just go straight out. Right, cargo. One in the truck, please. And then we need 2 sand. Perfect. The slab. Loading platform. With a nice rear-facing, rear-mounted crane like this, I can hold everything on quite nicely. Here's hope, anyway. That, right, and then cement. It's nice that this is the American crane as well, because it's a lot more robust, picking up all this cargo. I'm not overloading to a silly degree here. I still do have to get back across that swamp after all. Okay, and more. Down. Better. Extend. Down. Perfect. I think that will work. Oh my lord! Look at the the suspension in the back there. That is cramped. Let's just fuel on the roof rack there. We should have enough to get back across the swamp. It's crossed anyway. Then there is the Royal BM standing by on the other side. There's fuel for us. refuel, and then we can head straight back the way we came with the big trailer. Hopefully, deliver all of this cargo. Of course, some of it doesn't actually have to go. Actually, hang on a second. Some of this does not have to go. So the blocks and the cement, the slabs are for the bridge, aren't they? Is that right? Yeah, the slabs are for the bridge, so we don't need to worry about the slabs once we get to the next map. We can actually drop them off, pack everything down, and it'll all be gravy. Oh no, that means that I've got to go across that detour with the load like this. Okay, that's going to be a little trickier. That is going to be definitely a little trickier. Let's worry about that when the time comes. Darn it, how is this already leaning to the slide? That is not cool. Slow and steady, I think, is the name of the game here. Come on, G, sip that fuel. Sip. Don't slurp, sip. Oh! Oh, oh, oh my lord. Oh, please straighten up. Please straighten up. Oh, Lord, okay. The whole load is actually shifting, not just the cement, but the slabs underneath it. God, blimey. Just gonna have to be really careful. Really don't want to have to, hang on a sec, I've got to... This whole load is sliding. Over here, you swine. Okay. Little... Still... How is it still over to that side? But it's a little bit better than it was, at least. It's only that rear cement there. I think it got nudged by the crane as I was packing it down. Pretty sure it was nice and straight beforehand. There we go. there are going to be some really sketchy parts of this excursion back to the other map, that's for sure. I usually try to avoid overloading to this degree if I can help it, you know? It's just really heart in the mouth kind of stuff, you know? We are actually getting there. Slowly but surely. Kinda wish I was driving the Azov 7 at this point in time, because I feel like its stability is a whole lot better than this thing's stability. But the Azov 7 didn't have the fuel capacity for us. Plus, I think we need to create a fuel station over there so that we can actually utilise the 7 a lot better. Almost up. Come on. Bring those tyres round, G. Gee whiz, more like. Again, that slab is sliding to the right continuously. I can't have the weight hanging over that side, right, as we're going over this bit. It's just not going to work. Need to tug it back over. That's not ideal either, but it's better than what it was. No, it's not. Oh. No, don't. Excuse me, good sir. Can I have some camera angles there, please? Nudge it. Oh, no, no, not like that. Game, you dastardly, dastardly. I have like all of the weight, or as much of the weight over this side as I possibly can, just to stabilise me going around this corner. Because I'm already leaning. Come on. A little bit. Come on. A bit more. That's it. There we go. Weight shifts. Just a scooch. this is going to be... This little hell dip right here is going to be a right son of a gun. Why won't it? I hate it when the game does that. It's like, hey, there's a winch point right here, but it's selectable, but it's not actually selectable. Gotta get close. Why is it doing that? Look! Attached to the winch point! You god-awful annoyance. There we go, finally. Just me, look at that. Oh man. Now that I'm past the point of needing the winch point, the game allows me to have it, obviously, because that's how this works. Whoa. How has it slid that far? I mean, I was even leaned to the right and it seems to have slid more to the left. You know? Out of here, you. Whoa, right. Alright. We'll go through and then we'll adjust this. Because, yeah. My lord, 85 litres of fuel. Oh, come on. Ah. Oh. Nail biting is what it is. Excuse me, game. Where did my cement go? Excuse me, game. My cement better be on this side of the gateway, because otherwise I'm going to have serious words. Why is it there? What on earth is that all about? I do not have the fuel to be messing around with you right now, game. In fact, I don't have any fuel whatsoever to be messing around with you right now. I'm going to have to go and get fuel just so that I can finish my journey at this rate. Oh wow, that tree didn't like what I did to it. Actual nightmare, you know? Right, up you come. Let's hope that this all comes through as it's supposed to. Perfect. Right. Now, I'm just thinking, if I put this on first... and then use the weight of the slabs to hold it down, so that it doesn't go sliding all over the place, right? So... and I also only have one thing to hold down at the top, not two. Put my crane down and hopefully that should do us. Right. 64 litres of fuel. Oh my lord, can I get across? I literally just need to get across this shortcut and I can get some fuel, but can I do it? Because the last time I came through here I burned a lot more than that with my other trucks, you know? Wasn't even having to be that careful either, for that matter. Steady there, my friend. Even. Okay. Oh, it needs fuel. Come on. Picking trailers, I mean, they are... actually the bane of my existence right now is this trailer. Stop getting stuck. Come on. Out. Better. Googlist of simps. Okay, that was the first really tricky part done. Can I just get up and over this hill without anything else going wrong? Come on, no, not the menu game, you why does it do that to me? I want to adjust the camera and it opens the menu. Come Don't. It's not right now. Get. Stop doing that. Damn steering wheel. Honestly, half the time, like, my map and menu system are so bad at opening when all I want to do is adjust the camera. Oh, please, just... Right, full lock. I'm going to run out of fuel and I'm going to be 2 damn inches. Why am I not moving? Bloody trailer's stuck again, isn't it? I can just tell right now the trailer is actually stuck on something. If I had like 10 more litres of fuel, I wouldn't be half as bothered, but I'm literally running on fumes. And in a few meters, I'm going to actually run out. The worst possible point. Yep, I'm done. Seriously? Actually, seriously, game. I am literally 2 feet from my fuel stop. It's infuriating because this thing is not designed for off-road, you know? This has road tyres on it. It's got road tyres, darn it. Right. Okay. Hope I can actually make it through here with this thing. No. Why would I want a winch point behind me? Game, stop it. It's not even funny anymore. Alright? It's really not. No, not the system again. Now the frickin' winch. The camera, if you do not mind. Come on. Get up. Ay. No thanks to you, Mr. BM. Right, now I've got to try and reverse this guy out of here so that I can get the bore on. Go where you're told, please, mister. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, there we go. Follow my steering inputs. Good boy. Now I won't have to put you in the garage forever. Can you please get a tyre up there so that you can turn? Thank you. Right. I do hope this is another road blockage that we can clear at some point, because having to do this particular shortcut all the time is going to get really old really fast. Just park it. Which? Perfect. Actually, I'm going to have a look just to see I've got to take it all the way back. Excuse me. That's not cool. No, it doesn't actually look like there's a mission to fix that piece of road, so I'm stuck with it. Oh, don't you just love it? Anyway, never mind. Right, back to the G. Let's get this stuff delivered. We now have 45 minutes of the stream left to try and make a bit more of an impact than what we have done so far. This pack arrangement definitely seems to be a little bit better than the last one, that's for sure. Right. I'm wondering if I should just go and deliver these slabs to the bridge, just immediately, you know? Take the cement off, drop the trailer, rush down to the bridge, drop them off. At least then they'd be done. You know? We need to get a metal beam as well. Do we have a truck that can do... Yes! The C5 is over that side of the map. We can get the C500 to get the metal beam. Yes! Perfect. Okay. Drop the trailer. Crane. First of all, this needs to come off. Grab this again. Take this over to the bridge, and then we'll come back for the rest of it and get Mountain Route done before the end of today. Perfect. Bring down and out. Perfect. Oh. So that is literally just round the corner where the bridge is. There we go. Right. And then next time we can work on finishing the bridge and finishing the roadblock. Hopefully. Maybe that roadblock on the other map as well for that. And we'll just have to see where we go from there, because there is a lot of stuff left to do still. Ooh. I think I'm going to do the same as I did last time though, guys, and that is... Oh, uh-oh. Lost Malteser. And that is, between now and next week, I am going to try and do a few smaller jobs. Maybe a couple of the more insignificant tasks, or, you know, some more of the road blockages, just so that they're done for next time, you know? Right, let's put that mission on the track for a moment. Perfect. And this one again. Spin it round, go and get those cement blocks, and head on down. Dun, dun, dun. I will say though, that construction trailer looked like it needed to go somewhere else on the other map and then back to this map, so we might be able to utilise the southern gateway to bring it back. Maybe. We'll have to see about that, but right, okay. Oh, at least we don't have to worry about anything falling off with this little trip. Perfect. Right. Train. Pack. Perfect. Tally ho! I think I'm going to try and take this this right-hand turn here, just so that I don't have to take the right-hand turn at the other end. Help if the trailer wasn't so much of a pain, but. Yep. I do actually feel like with this map it might be time to bring out the Mastodon. I generally don't use that truck purely because it does seem to be utterly ridiculous at times, you know, in terms of, you know, it just walks over everything, but I am starting to get the distinct impression that if I do not start pulling out some very powerful trucks, this region is going to take me, you know, an actual ice age to finish. So I might bring out the Mastodon at some point just to just so that you know, we can kind of try and push through some of the more difficult parts at a slightly easier pace, shall we say, because I'm actually starting to like this Boron G here more than I have done previously. Still think it's a little bit wobbly, but it is a good truck, but I just feel like its performance is still lackluster, even compared to some of the other trucks that we have in our fleet. It just doesn't feel up to the task, shall we say. Also, you know, I haven't used the Mastodon in a long time, or any of the big, powerful trucks in a long time. I feel I feel like I'm due a cheap day, you know. Especially after restricting myself to all American trucks in the last region. I'm glad I didn't do it in this one. Goodness me. There are some tricky situations on this map, that's for sure. Oh, come on. That's it. Excellente. Idea. Wonder. Could we take a left here instead of going right? Get across the bridge and we'll have a little look. Oh, this bridge. Yeah. Hopefully the trailer follows me, as opposed to not following me. Right, let's have a little look at the map. Where exactly are we going? It would be easier to go this way. The only thing I'm worried about is this bit here. This here is very sketchy. But I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go left. And hopefully there's a tree too, because I do know that this... I remember coming through this little bit here with the scout, and memory serves, it was really kind of like, whoa. There was a right angle to it, so... Love the fireflies, by the way, that's really cool. Not this bit, although that is quite... This bit here. Like, really, really angled. Oh, yeah. Oh, good grief, that is... I don't know. I do not know if I could actually get round there. Make it slow. Ooh. Maybe I'm better off just kind of going straight into the creek here. Oh. Dastardly. Of course, everything fucking falls off, doesn't it? Hallelujah for the crane, man. And the fact that my engine's still going. Why did the trailer have to go? Why did the trailer have to go as well? It's just awkward. that's... should be the truck. Good enough to go. Knew that was going to be a potential hanging point. But we still have time, so no matter. Put my anchors out. Pack the cargo that we do have. Before I go grabbing this last block. Here, please. Better crane, thank you. Right. Okay. Oh, what an actual route that is. Come on, I need to turn. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. Phew. Ah. Thank you, Voron G, for not... for keeping your engine going there, because that could have been a much worse situation if I hadn't been able to get that crane up and out in order to push us back onto our wheels. That could have been really, really annoying, but no, we actually made it, which is phenomenal. I actually have some time to get started on the next bit of the next mission, because we do still have half an hour left. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gateway now accessible. All the way back there. Great. I do actually want to utilise that gateway to turn around. I'm going to go back. So that we travel through. Right, and then we can travel back. We'll be facing the right way, and that will prevent us having to... Also, we get to see where we come out. Oh, nice, okay. Right next to the sawmill. How convenient. Hmm. Hmm. I'm actually half tempted to go and get this service thing and bring it up here and unblock this road. Actually, could we do that in the time we have? Is that a possibility? It's not exactly far, is it? Question is are we going to be able to use the repair parts from the trailer after delivering it to repair the tower, or is it going to disappear on us? Well, if it's going to disappear on us, there's no point in doing it right now because we're still going to need repair parts, and I may as well go and do something else. But this is actually really tempting. Very tempting. 25 minutes. Could I get from here 300 repair parts to get through there, which means I'd have to go around here. I tried to get through here with the scout. It's not possible. I almost flipped straight over with the LTI, trying to get through here without taking out the road blockage. So I would have to come up and over here, grab that, and then I could head round, unblock it, and come back. Not that I'd want to, because, well, I would want to, because coming back over here, I'd still have to come around here and then turn around. Yeah. Then I could come through here. I could also unblock this, and then come through, drop it off. Yeah, okay. That's what we're going to do. First, I am going to head back through so that I can drop the trailer on the other side, because I'll be coming back for that later. Okay. Go time. I need empty containers as well. And it would make more sense to bring the empty containers with me so that I could just drop them straight off. Yeah, okay. I'm toing and froing here, guys, like a yo-yo, but I'm just trying to like work out the best way to do all of this. So instead of doing that one first, we are going to carry on with what I had originally planned to do. And that is to work on the other roadblock that should now be available to us. I hope. We'll have a look. Either way, we will be passing the fuel station, which is good. We're going to need fuel. Righty-ho. Okay. Park up here and then we'll have a look at the missions. Is that other one? The Ravages of Time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. 2 consumables, 2 empty containers. Right, for that one. And then the bridge needs... missing link. An oversized cargo. So we should be able to get all of that at the same time. I hope. It's going to require some overloading. But hopefully once we've delivered these things to that roadblock, it should clear. Right, cargo management. One of them. One on the loading platform. And then cargo container, transformer, oversized cargo on the trailer. Boom. And then if we scoop this up, we are going to have to overload some consumables on top of the roof or something at some point, but it is just a straight road all the way there. Hopefully it shouldn't cause any problems. Right. Okay. Next stop, fuel station. Grab some fuel. Then we can... Nope, yeah. As much of this done as we can today. Oh, and that means we'll be able to get the Jiangsu as well, because that's currently trapped behind the roadblock, and everything else is clear on the roads. So we'll be able to drag that back down with us when we come back the other way. Perfect. Ah, it's all coming up. Lynx. That's what's happening. About damn time, too. About time. My lord, last week I was questioning the will to live. As for anyone who saw last week's stream, you will notice that it was only an hour and a half long. That's because I couldn't stand it anymore. There we go. Right. Okay, we just need to grab some consumables from consumable platform. Food platform. Good to go. Oh, get off that rock, please. Thank you. Boink. do actually here. I'm going to put this container on top of here. So, perfect. Then attach the trailer. We'll get the consumables, dump them on top here. Head on up through the blockage. One consumable, please. Hopefully, with the terrain being only quite simple roadway, we shouldn't have a problem with the other container being perched on the oversized one. That is the plan, at least. Exactly a long way to go, that's the thing. Like that. Oh, so much overloading. There's still this huge trailer to get out of here as well. I don't know how I'm going to get that out of there. That seems like a ridiculous thing to try and do. I'm going to try and maneuver it around this corner here. It's going to be about a 17-point turn. Anyway, that is a worry for later. Don't even have to think about that just yet. Focus on the roads. And fixed up. And hopefully the rest shorty. A shorty gangster? Right. Just hope that that container decides to stay put. You there. Stay there. As I said, it's a pretty straight through road, you know. There's a few twists here and there, but hopefully, as long as we don't try and take anything too sharply, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, last week's stream, yeah. Yeah, last week's stream. Yes, it was. That is, without a doubt, the closest I've ever come to quitting SnowRunner and never coming back, you know. I had to, I tried, like, I gave myself Monday, Tuesday. You know, well, I gave myself Monday to calm down, and then Tuesday evening, I sat down. I tried to do some prep work for today. And I rolled the boron once and then nearly rolled it a second time after managing to get it back on its wheels again. And I was just like, no, I can't deal with this. And at that point I gave it, like, I think it was Friday before I came back to it. And that's when I put in like 2 to 3 hours of work, just kind of trying to get things organised for today. And it went a lot better, as you can see, you know. Things are... Well, the start of today's stream was nicely... eased in nicely. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It went well. That's what I'm trying to say. And my brain has this problem at the moment where... I think it's just I'm getting older. My brain can't keep up with my mouth sometimes. And I just end up saying absolute gibberish without even realising it, and then I'm like, oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. Right. Yeah, there's this bit, isn't there? Not completely clear, this route, but it's clearer than it has been, you know? I wish there was a little bit more clearance there to get through, but it's still passable, which is good. I don't think I get a bigger truck through there. The Mastodon might struggle with that, actually. Alright, okay. We don't have a metal beam on standby that we can just finish this bridge today as well. I actually did have an extra metal beam. I actually went to, during setup, I went and got an extra metal beam, but disappeared when I tried to load the right, I'm gonna take that cargo, take that thing back here. Yeah, when I was trudging through that new part of the map that I was discovering, and I mentioned earlier that there was a Scout 800 that needed rescuing, I tried to pack that on top of the metal beam that I had in the back, and it was like, cannot pack, cargo will be removed so that vehicle can be packed, and it deleted the beam without even giving me the option to not pack. I was most perplexed. It was a bit of a glitch, to be absolutely honest, but never mind. These things happen. We do actually have up you go, Crane. That's it. Up we go. Packed. Right. Port crane. And pack. One cargo. Yeah! Look at that. Nice. It does indeed clear the blockage. But now we can push forwards. Do I want to take these with me or not? Actually, if I was to... I could race over. Yeah, actually, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to race over to the factory, we're going to grab a metal beam, and we're going to finish that bridge. Because we have enough time to do so. And then we can come back for those filled containers at a later date. But there's plenty of them that need to go to the temple, and I think it would probably be a good idea to take as many of them as possible at the same time. Let's go get that beam. Even have the cargo space open for it, which is nice. Oh, the road network is really looking so good. Go down here. There's the metal factory. Nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. I think that turn was going to be quite that tight. Should have come in the other entrance, actually. I wouldn't have even had to take that turn. Never mind. One of those, please. Go all the way around here. Is that possible? I've not actually tried it. Going all the way around here. Nice. Oh my lord, it'd be nice if I could see what was going on. Certainly hope I can get all the way around now because I ain't getting back. Oh yes I can. Excellent. Bit of an obstacle course getting there. Alrighty ho then. Beautiful. Right. Let's go fix the bridge. And I think that'll be about time for us once we get this bridge done. So, next week's streams, guys. Wednesday is Farming Sim. Back on Kinlake. What were we doing last time on Kinlake? I've completely forgotten. I'll have to refresh my memory. It's been a while since I played on the map, so I'm allowed to forget. I think we were preparing for the late autumn harvest, something, memory serves me right, but I'm sure I'll find out when I boot up the save file later on just to check it out. But yeah, that on Wednesday and back to SnowRunner on Sunday. Put on the track, missing link, there it is. One cargo. One beam. Build me a bridge. Build me a bridge, I say, build me a bridge. Nice. 23%. Alright. Getting there, nearly a quarter done. Ay, ay, ay. Look at that. So, we have a seismic vibration thing. We have some cargo to the next map. We have some places to visit. We have this one. This is probably what we'll start with next time, I think, this tower. Because that's going to give us more stuff going to the temple, you know? So we may as well try and do as much of that as possible. Diesel locomotive. I haven't even started on these things yet, you know? Ooh, warehouse access. Maybe we could start with this actually next time. Metal beams, metal rolls, and bricks. And then an industrial chiller. That's the new cargo. And if memory serves me right, that is a 6-slot cargo. Storage. Yep, industrial chiller, 6 slots. We're going to have to get a big trailer. Alright, and a crane. Oh my lord, okay. We've got to lift it onto the roof. Ah, right, okay, so... probably a big crane. Right, I will set that up for next time, because that sounds like a fun thing to start with next time. Getting some warehouse access is never a bad thing as well. So, I'll take care of that kind of stuff for next weekend, guys. It's nice to be making some progress. Yeah. I think this region is one of those that I'm going to have to do a lot of work in the background to kind of keep the streams flowing. But I'll try not to do anything too dramatic. I might do an odd task here and there just to keep those done and dusted as we go. But other than that, guys, that's it for today. So, thank you very much for joining me. And as always, hope you all enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now, everyone.